You are in a pit of rants. This one's for Armin Stein, who says, rant about Artso Fartso's identity. To me, it seems as though he has gone from being a distinct character with a particular manner of speaking and gesticulation to being no different from yourself. In fact, there is a complete lack of separation between the two personalities, as you seemingly make no attempts to differentiate between yourself and Artso Fartso, even on the Whirling Dervish. Not to say that I don't enjoy listening to the podcast itself. I guess Artso Fartso, if Artso still continues to exist, I suppose it will probably be in a diminished purpose or capacity, simply because, like, as revealed in the way that I've discussed my gender transition, I am a much more emotional thinker than I try to portray myself as on the internet, because I like to be understood, and I always thought that the best way for people to get what I'm trying to say is for me to put it into more lexical terms, to explain myself more thoroughly. But there are some ideas that I feel very strongly about and that I can explain metaphorically that I cannot explain in clear lexical terms. And so the idea of Artso Fartso is basically to be a character who does not attempt to justify everything that they say. It's like, this is how I know the world is. I cannot explain to you exactly why I know that, at least not in clear and scientific terms. I can explain to you the justifications I have that I've come up with. Or that, the ways that I came to these conclusions, but I cannot, just, like, outright state, like, why I think these things are true and have proof, But, like, by distancing myself from those things, by saying that this is a character, this is, like, this is my wacky emotional side, don't take it so seriously, it puts a little bit more distance so that you can maybe approach it more playfully, approach it like something that isn't meant to be taken as logically or as seriously. But, like, as time went on, it's like, well, obviously these are my thoughts. Obviously I stand by these thoughts. This is not, this is really the realer me than the real me. And so, like, this is the character I actually want to be seen as. This is who I actually want to be. I don't want this to be a sequestered other character. So in a way, I would say that Artso Fartso has always been my most feminine performance, in that it is me at my most feminine performing the most outrageous depiction of a guy. The most, like, over-the-top, surly, bearded garbage man version of a guy, as a subversion of the fact that I am, in fact, feeling, I'm projecting my emotions in a way that is, like, counter to how I feel, and that's kind of more the joke, in that sense. But, like, my goal is eventually to just simply be true to myself at all times. And so, I don't know if, like, coding my content in a more feminine way will cause people to approach it as more emotional content just inherently, just because of the way that they perceive women, or if they will, check those biases at the door, even though I don't necessarily want them to. But, like, nonetheless, I do wonder if it will make my intentions clearer in a general sense, but we'll find out.